Welcome to the channel, Gaming Army, and if it's your first stop by the channel, welcome to you as well. I've got a couple of great drops coming your way today, featuring the Griffin hero mech, the Ares. And the reason why we are featuring the hero mech Ares is because right now PGI is running the Big Beach Party 2023. At the time of the posting of this video, Phase 3 is well underway, and if you join in to this event, you're going to get a chance to earn lots of loot bags and redemption points. And later on, those redemption points can be used to earn yourself a hero mech plus mech bay from each of the weight classes. So conceivably, you could pick up 4 brand new hero mechs plus mech bays for free.
Yes.
And we're featuring heroes. While this whole event is going on, things like, I don't know, a Griffin Ares, so that you guys can see these things in action on the battlefield, get some reviews, basically giving you some more information, so when it comes time to make that all-important choice as to which mech you're going to choose for free, you've got some good ideas of which ones to pick. So strap yourselves in as we let this domination match on HPG Manifold play out. We're going to roll up our sleeves and get into the Griffin hero mech, the Ares. And where I like to start all of my reviews is at the very beginning. In other words, when you buy this right from the store and it's delivered fresh from the mech factory, what can you expect to find? And the first stop is looking under the hood. In other words, what's going on beneath all of that armor. So the stock loadout looks something like this. You've got that single PPC in the arm, LRM-10 launcher, small laser for backup, 81 kph, fairly maneuverable, 4 jump jets to add to that maneuverability. So all in all, it's a decent mech. Again, this is a 55-tonner, so it's not going to be overwhelming in any one particular category. It's kind of a well-rounded build for a 55-tonner. Looking at that loadout, obviously this is meant to be a mech that engages at range, using that maneuverability to zip around the battlefield, to harass the enemy and add support fire with the PPC and the LRM-10. Small lasers there for just a little extra something if you get pushed, but you want to rely on the maneuverability and the ranged weapons. Now, where this really gets interesting is when we start taking a look at the quirks this particular mech offers. In the quirks department, obviously we're going to find that 30% C-build bonus because, after all, this is a hero mech. Again, guys, I can't stress this enough. Hero mechs are awesome for farming C-builds. Now, aside from that, some really interesting quirks show up in the weapons department. You have +1 PPC heat scale limit, meaning you can fire another PPC before you go into ghost heat. Now, on top of that, you get -10% heat reduction, -10% cooldown on your weapons, plus 10% in range. Not too shabby. Maybe this could be some kind of a dual PPC configuration. In the survivability department, hopefully you took a look at those armor quirks. You get +10% armor in the arms, which is pretty important because you will have weapons in the arms, and you don't want those torn off too soon into the fight. You also get anywhere from +12% to +18% in structure. So after the armor is stripped away, you've still got a healthy amount of structure for the enemy to deal with. All in all, a pretty nice little build. Again, don't expect anything too fancy. This is a 55-tonner, and it's going to be more maneuverable, but it also can take a fairly good punch with those additional quirks. Now, while we've been having this discussion about everything Ares related, our first drop, the domination on HPG Manifold, has been playing out in the background, and we have managed to take out the enemy fleet for our first kill, and there we go with our second kill by finishing off the Osiris. My mech is a little beat up. That left torso is ready to pop, and then some, so I do have to be aware of that. However, I still want to stay aggressive because the score is 8-2. We are well on our way to a stomp and romp on the enemy mechs. Now, hopefully you've been paying close attention to everything that's been going on screen visually, because there's a couple of quick things I want to point out. First of all is I have been utilizing that maneuverability that I've discussed in this drop, and you can see just how maneuverable it is with those jump jets and a decent amount of speed. The second thing, and probably even more important, hopefully you've been getting in touch with the cockpit and the cockpit view, because this one has a nice rounded cockpit window, and what that's going to do for you is give you a better field of vision. You've got better left and right visions, and there's nothing obscuring your view on the battlefield like, I don't know, weapons pods or anything else that is going to potentially block you seeing something coming your way and situational awareness. So this is a really, really nice mech, and the movement is super smooth, very quick, very responsive. I really think you're going to like this mech. That being said, we're busy hunting the last enemy unit. Am I going to get some damage in? Am I going to get some damage in? Heck yes, I'm going to get some damage in. Although, I've got to be careful. He's going for my left torso. We don't like that. And there goes the left torso, forcing him into a tactical shutdown. But the time is going to run out on the capture clock first. So switching over to the end screen on this drop, we wind up with 2 kills, 7 assists, 604 damage done. Moving on to our next drop. This one's got us playing Assault on Mining Collective. And as this drop plays out in the background, we're going to continue our discussion on the Griffin Hero mech. Now, in the last section, we had some interesting quirks come to our attention, like that +1 PPC heat skill limit. So, the question becomes, would this work as a dual PPC wielder using your jump jets to Pop-Tart, or could this possibly turn into some kind of light PPC carrier? That I don't know. Could you get 4 light PPCs in there? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and also if you have a favorite build on this mech, post that in the comments as well, since everyone is always looking for new ideas for builds with their mechs. Now, our next stop on our discussion when we talk about the Griffin Hero Ares is the fact that, yes, I have done some tweaking to this mech, and it's not in the stock loadout. So my changes to the mech are done to suit my playstyle a little bit better for what I wanted to do with this mech, and I want this to be a close-in skirmisher brawler type build. So, popping the hood on my mech, we can see some massive changes going on under the hood. Gone is the PPC, gone is the LRM-10, gone is the small laser. The only thing that remains are the 4 jump jets and the engine. So my weapons loadout looks something like this. 4 medium pulse lasers, 1 SRM-6 launcher, 1 SRM-4 launcher. Still have those 4 jump jets as mentioned before. Top speed 81 kph retained from the original stock loadout. But the big changes are this. My alpha went from 23.8 to 45.5, and my heat management went from 1.23 heat delta to a 1.36. So I have picked up, well, pretty much doubled the alpha strike, and I have better heat management at the same time. To me, that is a win-win and a very potent combination on this mech. And if all of this great information is helping you out at all, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. And while you're thinking about it, if you want to become a member of the Sleepless Nights Gaming Army, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future content like this. And guys, I do appreciate all the support that you're showing the channel and helping it grow. Jumping back into the action on this drop, you can see that I'm using my jump jets and mobility to Pop-Tart, zip around the board, get some damage out on the enemies, and drop back into cover. My mech is still fairly fresh for all of the damage output that we've been doing, and part of that is because we got lucky and caught those marauders in the low ground just a little bit ago. We managed to get the kill on one of the Marauder 2s, and we heavily damaged the second one. Now we're in pursuit of, well, what I thought was a single Orion running away from us. Turned out that he had a Night Star companion waiting just up the ramp, and here comes the Night Star. He's trying to push us. I'm focusing that torso. Oh, and it is ripe for the taking. There we go. There's kill number 2 on the Night Star, and now the path is clear to continue my pursuit of the Orion. And he ran, that's for sure, unless that's a second Orion. That's the one I was after, which it looks like it is. We are able to catch him and get the final kill of the game for kill number 3. So switching over to the end screen on this one, we wound up with 3 kills, 5 components destroyed, 748 damage done.